I have a confession. I like Arrowhead water. I know, I said it. My favorite is Kirkland, but if there's an Arrowhead there, I will drink it. You give me Dasani though, that's a whole different story. I hate Dasani. Hello everyone, welcome back to Jordan's Mind. And today I was thinking about people on the internet who are just way too comfortable for their own good. We are looking at r/confessions. Reddit is anonymous until you choose not to be. So in r/confessions, you have everyone who is anonymous pretty much just confess whatever they want. Anyways, let's get right into it. Okay, this first one I'm looking at, it's called I have been stealing food from my workplace for months. And we're off to a great start. This is super relatable. So I work at a deli that caters and serves hot food on a steam table. Recently, in the past few months, I have been getting very annoyed at my boss because when I started working, I had a set schedule, only coming in on Fridays and Sundays. 2 days out of the week. So this guy's either bouncing between jobs or he's still in school or something. But every week for the past few months, my boss has been demanding I come in on Saturdays and some weekdays. Even if I told him I couldn't work, I had plans, he would say to cancel them and move it to a different day. I got fed up with this, so now whenever I work an extra day, I steal 2 boxes of our packaged cookies, brownies, I take muffins, I save some of the hot food from the steam table, and I take it all home with me at the end of the day. All right, so this guy is doing this for revenge. He says here, I feel zero remorse for this, and I will continue to do this for as long as I work here. I don't know, stealing food from a workplace? I feel like it'd be kind of messed up if you were just stealing from a mom and pop shop. I mean, definitely your boss should be doing something about that. He should probably hire someone that could fill in that schedule. Also, if he's unsatisfied with the way you're working, he could just fire you, right? What the title implied, like stealing food from his workplace, I thought he was stealing from coworkers. I would have been so pissed if he was stealing food from coworkers. Stealing food from a company though. Nice! I'm not gonna say my hands are tied, but like, when I was 14, I took a shit on the floor of an abandoned building and then a classmate found it and told everyone and no one knew it was me. Yes, dude, yes. This is the shit I live for. Get it? When I was 14, I used to explore and hang around abandoned buildings in the area. There was one well-known abandoned house with a basement in my school's neighborhood. I often went to that building alone and other people would also go there and explore from time to time. Okay, so you just have like a communal abandoned building? That's sick, dude. I wish I had a communal abandoned building. One day when I was hanging around in this building, I decided to just poop on the floor for fun. As we all do, as you should. Come on. I left a turd there and went home. This happened on a Saturday. On Monday, when I returned to school, my classmate was telling everyone how he found a turd on the ground of the local abandoned building. He also told me immediately as I walked through the door. He showed a video of him sticking a plastic fork in it and smearing it around. I was just pretending that it wasn't my pile of shit. He made a video of him sticking a fork in it, dude? Sticking a fork in it is crazy. Where did you even get a plastic fork? Do you just carry those around? Did you go to Chipotle to ask for a plastic fork and then came back to the abandoned house so you could play with it? That's insane, dude. That's freaking awesome, dude. Did like a little poop drive-by. You know what? Honestly, if I went into an abandoned building and I saw a chocolate log on the floor, I'd be terrified out of my mind, dude. Like, that's so dangerous. I feel like there would be someone there, right? My first impression, if I saw a turd on the floor, I'd be like, I gotta get out of here. I'm not here alone. I'd start questioning my whole existence, like how it got there and everything. All right, this next one I'm looking at, this one is titled, I got beaten up and my girlfriend called me a loser and hung up on me. Dude, oh my God, it's over. I'm 28. My elder brother got into an argument with 10 or 12 drunk white guys from his balcony over a noise problem. He lives a 2-minute drive away and stays alone. I went there to defend him and the crowd asked me for his door number and I wouldn't give it to them because the last thing I need is for him to be assaulted at his house. Since I refused, I got beaten up in the process and got injuries to my face, an arm, and back. And finally, the police came and dispersed the crowd. Told my girlfriend this story. She called me a loser because I got beaten up and hung up. Yo. Dude, your girlfriend is the absolute worst. You go against 10 or 12 guys and she's mad that you got beaten up? Who does she think you are, Captain America? 10 or 12 guys, I'm not even gonna fight them. I'm running away. There's no way I'm gonna beat 10 to 12 guys. Are you kidding me? And why would they beat you up? Just because you're related to the guy? You got beaten up for refusing to give up someone's personal address? That's terrible. Even like 4 people. 10 people though? I don't know if there's anyone in the world that could beat up 10 people. Like, I feel like that only happens in the movies, right? Like, maybe Batman or something. This user posted, it feels like I got a vagina in my arm. I think this is the first time that this sentence has ever been said in the history of life. I don't think that should be there, dude. Who do you see when you have this problem? Like, do you see a gynecologist or do you see a doctor? Let me explain. I have eczema, and in the past couple of months, it flared up quite badly. Okay, cool. You see a dermatologist. That answers that question. I have several creams and oils I use to moisturize the skin, but it gets too irritated or keeps drying up, and that's when the scratching begins. It feels so good to scratch it. It feels like I got a G-spot in my arm. Honestly, so relatable. If I have something itchy and I scratch it, like especially on my back, like that feels so good. Like honestly, if I'm itchy and I scratch something and it just tickles my itch, 100%, that's for me. I sometimes scratch so hard the skin breaks and then scabs over, but once it scabs, it gets even more irritated and even more pleasurable to scratch away. Okay, that's not good. You should not scratch until the skin breaks. That's so bad, you can get an infection. I don't think it'd be too much of a problem. I'm actually really enjoying it. It's half a level underneath intercourse. It's just so good. I mean, I'm great that you can find an itch, dude, but like, I don't know if that's similar to a G-spot. Well, a G-spot to me is where all the gamers hang out. That's called a G-spot, the gamer spot. This one is titled, "The worst mistake I ever made was telling people that I had won the lottery." You know, if I ever won the lottery, no one would know, but there would be signs. I won the lottery about 7 years ago. I was stunned that I had won. Once confirmed that I won, I started to tell people. I thought they'd be happy for me. They were happy for me for a minute, and then they started to ask me for money. I hear this with every lottery story that I've ever heard. You win the lottery, you get a good sum of money, and then people just start coming out of nowhere. Your old friend from high school that you haven't talked to for 10 years starts asking you for money. People start raising from the dead asking you for money. One of your friends from childhood comes out of nowhere. They move back to the States so they could ask you for money. People are so shameless nowadays, like they are not ashamed to ask for money if you win the lottery. I was literally getting 10 calls a day from people asking for money. My favorite was the sister of my coworker saying she needed rent money, and a friend asking me to buy them a 20K ring for a girl he had been dating only for a few months, and she was fucking other guys on the side. I like how he had to mention this. Like, this has no relevance to the story other than the people he gives money to are shitheads. Like, just don't give money to people who wouldn't use it right. Some people successfully used me and I cut them off. I still help some people, but I had to cut them off because they were asking me for money only to give it to others or using the money for something different. I even had a therapist try to rip me off by asking me for a cash tip after our session. Holy cow, dude. Your therapist asks you for money? They're giving you more trauma so they get more business from you? It's just funny, like after a session, your therapist is just like, it's terrible that people ask you for money, but that's the end of our session. And I just have like a quick little question for you right here. Yeah, man, if I ever won the lottery, I would fall off the face of the earth. If I won the lottery, I would definitely give back to people who affected my life positively, but I would not share with people who are just asking just to ask, you know? It's terrible. Anyways, that's the video I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you didn't, let me know anyways why you didn't like the video. Gives me something to improve on. And lastly, if you were eating food, I hope you enjoyed your meal. I'll see you guys next time.